Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Navori Kickblades here, and I'm just gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna look over the patch notes together. Just kind of give you my unfiltered thoughts on them, and obviously you can read these yourself. You can watch different content creators, pro players, streamers, whatever they'll react. But if you want to watch my reaction, that's fine too. It's okay. So I've been playing for 13 years since season 12. So I do have some opinions. They may not be great opinions, but let's check it out. So right off the bat, they're talking about the changes to the map. Talking about the introduction of Fearless Draft in Pro Play. So this Fearless Draft, I think this is awesome. I think this is going to be totally sweet for Pro Play. Because I'll be honest, one of the things about Pro Play that I've never been interested in is it's always the same champions. A lot of the pick ban phase is just, two teams just rushing for Yone or rushing for Rel support or whatever. So there's still going to be a little bit of that because, the first game of each round, those super overpowered champions like Yone and stuff, those are going to be either banned or picked immediately. But overall, we're going to see more champion diversity. So this is actually a huge W. And then here they say at the end, third, we're hoping that reduced pressure on pro focus balancing will allow champion tuning to be better serve league players as a whole. So that's awesome too. So if you can't pick the same overpowered champion in pro play every time, then maybe there's a greater opportunity for those champions to be legitimately balanced for like the normal people like us, like me. So huge W on Fearless Draft. Very excited for that. Even though I don't really watch Pro Play, but maybe I will if they introduce this. Okay, Noxus invades the Rift. This is cool. Now I'm a little bit apprehensive about some of the mechanics going into this season. The feats of strength I think are going to be super toxic. The new jungle monster I think will be a bit troll, but overall I think it's pretty cool that I think it's cool that they're taking the theme seriously here. So if we're having a Noxus map and it's Noxus themed minions and turrets and all sorts of stuff, shopkeepers even, I think that's awesome because I'll be honest, I don't really care that much about Noxus. Briar is one of my favorite champions. She's from Noxus, but whatever, But what is cool is the idea in the future of other regions being showcased. Like I'm super excited for a Void map or an Ionian map or God, I mean, heaven forbid, Bandle City map, which I would not be looking forward to, but you could imagine it'd be pretty entertaining, pretty wacky. So it's cool. Yeah, seasonal themes, awesome. We're not going to be playing on the same boring old map every season, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's get into Atakan. We'll see how this jungle monster plays out. I'm not looking forward to this jungle monster, I'll be honest, guys. But I just don't like change in general, so that could be it. So let's see. An ancient demon of bloodshed and violence. He spawns at 20 minutes. Could appear in the river close to either top or bottom. Which side he spawns on depends on which has been more champion damage and kills by 14 minutes. So that's interesting. So highly aggressive people like myself, we're gonna be spawning this thing on the side of our map, which this is what I'm not looking forward to. I like to do my aggression up in private in top, and I don't necessarily like for a lot of people to come up to top and disrupt what I have going on. So this is bad for in that sense. I think this is my just initial response. I'm thinking this will be annoying, but we'll see. So they'll be signaling. Pierce, yep, he'll have plenty of time to figure out where he's going to spawn. The amount of champion damage and kills done in the game so far will also affect the two forms. So in a higher action game, you'll see Ruinous Otacon. If you manage to take him down, the entire team will permanently be granted increased effects from all epic monsters. Okay, so if you manage to take him down, your entire permanently be granted increased effects from all epic monsters. So that means you're going to have your dragons are going to count more and your barons are going to count more. So that seems pretty yeah, I don't know about that. What are blood roses? So in addition, Otacon will be adding a new plant to Summoner's Rift. They act as minor but permanent bonus you can take for your own team and deny the enemy team. They grant your team a small amount of XP. That's not good. And permanent stacking adaptive force buff. That's not good. So blood roses can spawn before 20 and do so around areas where champions have died or around Otacon spawn. Okay, so that's interesting because I was under the impression that they wanted to slow down snowballing, but that is the most snowbally stuff I've ever laid eyes on. Whatever I just read there, that is just pure snowballing. So, yeah. So if you thought like power farming jungle meta was already pretty lame, this is going to make it, about 100 times worse, because imagine a power farm jungle who's just walking around the jungle power farming, getting XP, and maybe they get one kill. Well, they get pick up one of these roses. Maybe these roses are just popping up here and there, and they're getting bonus XP and they're getting bonus adaptive, and they're still power farming. I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out. In a lower action game, you'll see Voracious. If you take him down, your entire team will be granted a temporary, one-time death mitigation buff, similar to Guardian Angel. Except your teleport will be back to base. And a permanent increase to gold from champion takedowns. Okay. So that's a little bit of the opposite. That's kind of a slingshotting mechanic. So if you're behind and you get this one, that could help actually. So this second form seems kind of cool. I can kind of understand that. Voracious Otacon buff. Upon taking down Voracious, the team receives a permanent 40 gold bonus to champion takedowns for the rest of the game. That's OP. And a one-time death mitigation effect for the next 150 seconds. If they would die, blah, blah, blah. When this happens, the would-be killer instead gains 100 gold and 1 blood petal. Okay, so more blood petals. So people are going to be level 18 like quickly this next season. I think the whole game state's going to be hugely accelerated. Ruinous. Slate and receives 25% increase to all epic monsters, including rewards already earned. Okay, well that's insane. So that means if your team already got 6 grubs, do you get 25% increase to your grub damage on turrets? Because that's wild. That is insane. He will then spawn 6 large and 6 small blood rose. Okay, so Ruinous Otacon looks insane. Blood roses and petals. Each petal gives a player picked it up 25 XP, increasing up to 100% based on their KDA. What? With a lower KDA offering more experience. Oh, interesting. So, and 2.33 adaptive force. Okay, so that's interesting. So that's a very interesting mechanic. So if you were behind, the blood roses will do more for you. So this is sort of a reverse slingshotting mechanic. Um, so that's very interesting. That's going to make kind of inting strats pretty powerful, I think, or pretty viable, I should say, not powerful. But yeah, I don't think I don't think the Baus or my AD Gwen are going to suffer too much. I think because of this mechanic. Allows us to stay even on XP. With Otacon, we wanted to create an important gameplay objective that allows players to participate more in shaping the story unique to each game. Their choices to fight or not, and where and when they do. Okay. Our goal is for this to ultimately let players actively create more variation. Well, they will definitely create more variation. That is for sure. As a minor side note, in order to make room for Atacon, Rift Herald's spawn time has been pushed back to 16, and Baron's has been pushed back to 25. Okay. Okay, so I don't care about that. I don't like Rift Herald. And Baron is whatever. You need all 5 of your team to get Baron, usually. Okay, here we go. Big juicy stuff. Respawning Nexus turrets. Nexus turrets will now respawn at full health a set amount of time after being destroyed. That is too bad. That's sad. Pour one out. Pour one out for split pushers, backdoors. Our goal with adding respawning Nexus turrets was to help reduce the amount of games that feel hopeless just because you lost both of your turrets. Let's go ahead and put in parentheses there to also deny an effective split pusher and backdoor person who's been playing correctly. We're going to deny them their opportunity. So that's what that actually means. It's coded language, guys. It felt like you were delaying the inevitable when you needed to contest a game-winning objective, but not being able to leave base without a Shaco or a Scion backdooring to win the game. Well, now I ask, what is Shaco supposed to do? How is Shaco supposed to win a game? But maybe it won't be so bad. We'll see. Now, if you're able to fend off backdoors for a period of time, you won't have to babysit your Nexus any longer. You can get back into action. Yeah, well, there's definitely some wins that I've had in the past that are going to be no longer an option due to this. So overall, I don't like this change, but maybe I will like it. Maybe it'll grow on me as I see what it's actually doing. So Nexus turret respawn timer after being destroyed. Nexus turrets will respawn after a 3-minute delay. So that's not very long. 3 minutes. It gives you a little bit of time, I guess, to backdoor or to get something going. But yeah, it's a pretty short window, really. Okay, here we go. This is big. Feats of strength. Noxus is coming to the Rift, bringing with it feats of strength. This new system replaces the gold bonuses from First Blood and First Turret while adding a third feat of strength. Okay. Whichever team first completes 2 of the 3 feats wins the feats for that game and will have their Tier 2 boots upgraded to their triumphant versions. Later in the game, the feat winning team will also have the opportunity to upgrade their Tier 2 boots to Tier 3. But in order to do so, they must have 2 legendary items. Okay. So we have several goals for this is interesting. Let's just hear their logic here. We have several goals for feats of strength: guiding players in the early game to accomplish goals with their team, removing some gold that was snowballing individual players too hard too early, and giving players a fun way to access boot upgrades. We're looking for feats to guide the way that teams play through the early game and represent a small, concrete advantage for the mid and late game. I don't think this is going to be small. But again, I'm not the one making the game, so maybe they're right. Maybe it will be small. Triumphant boot upgrades are free and are immediately granted to any Tier 2 boots of the team that won feats. Yeah, that doesn't seem small. If you don't have Tier 2 boots yet, you'll receive the upgrade straight out of the shop, so no worries. Right. So plus 5 attack speed, plus 5 haste, plus 4 magic pen, plus 5 armor, plus 5 magic resist, 5 movement speed. Yeah, this is gonna be overpowered, guys. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, I will happily be wrong. I will happily be wrong. We're gonna find out in a day or two whether I'm wrong, but just my initial gut response is that this is gonna be incredibly overpowered. And if you don't get feats of strength, your team is just gonna FF. That's my initial response to this. But who knows? Maybe all the flowers and rose petals and stuff will balance it out. I don't know, but yeah. So for 750 gold, you're gonna get plus 10, plus 5 upon attacking a champion. Gain movement speed. So it's gonna be Zephyr, but with a bunch of other cool stuff. Lucidity boots, plus 5, plus 10. Upon damaging an enemy with a spell using a summoner spell or buffing an ally with a spell, gain 10% movement speed. Okay, so that's this is a lot of movement speed that these two boots are going to give. Spell Slinger, 10% magic pen. Okay, that seems balanced. Plated steel caps. After taking physical damage, gain a 10 to 140 physical shield plus 4% of your maximum health for 4 seconds. Okay, well, that doesn't sound balanced. And Mercury Treads. Same thing, but a magic shield plus 4% of your maximum health. Yeah, so my initial thoughts is if you just removed this plus 4% of your maximum health, these could be somewhat balanced, but I don't think it's going to be balanced. You're going to have, like, imagine a Mundo or a Scion or something, 4% of their max health. If they have 4,000 HP, 4% of that is, 400? Or that's 10%? I don't know. But anyway, it's a lot. It's going to be a noteworthy shield. Boots of Swiftness upgrade. Increase your total movement speed by 4%. This multiplies all other forms of movement speed. Holy shnikes. Okay, so these are going to make you go extremely fast. So any of your full movement speed builds, like very troll, like move fast builds, we're back. This is it. This is going to make you haul ass if you get these. Synchronized Souls. Out of combat, increase your total movement speed by 10%. Okay, it's kind of... Oh. Okay, so this is the same thing, but with synchronized. So, yeah, so big movement speed builds are kind of back if you were able to get these boots. Because it says here, this is multiplicative with other percentage movement speed increases, making it much more powerful than a standard movement speed increase. So that's huge. That is crazy talk. It's almost back to like old Predator day, like back in the days when you could do Predator and Celerity and all that. Cassiopeia. Interesting. Cassiopeia cannot buy boots, so when her team wins feats, instead her passive is upgraded from Serpentine Grace to Triumphant Serpentine Grace, which does Triumphant Serpentine Grace grants 6 movement speed per level rather than 4. Well, that seems not worth it. That seems really sad for Cassiopeia. I hadn't even thought about that. Maybe this will be good. Maybe it looks bad to me, but that seems really bad. Because she can't access any of this stuff. These are huge buffs. And she can't do any of that. Okay, so pour one out for Cassiopeia, guys. That is sad. It is a sad day to not have boots. Not have feet, for that matter. Oh boy, Teleport. Here we go. Teleport has gotten more powerful as player skill and knowledge have increased over time. It doesn't have a clear weakness since the winning play in lane uses it to push their advantage. Then losing player relies on it as a fallback, while both also benefit from the ability to move across the map. I don't see any problem with this. I don't know why this needs to be changed. You should teleport should be important, just like flash is important. Why are we nerfing teleport? I don't get it. In its current state, teleport significantly stifles action in lanes through its low cost as a reset button. I totally disagree. While we think more power should be in its later game uses that provide map impact and benefit solo lane influence on the rest of the game. Yeah, I don't know. That's just not the way I play. I do a lot of action with it. It's not stifling any action. As of this patch, teleport will no longer instantly blink. Boo! The champion after his channel. Now they will instead visually travel across the map. Big L, guys. Big L. Screw that. Screw that. With teleport moving slower and unleashed teleport moving faster, this new mechanic allows us to tune how effective teleport is at returning the lane in a way that doesn't feel as bad as nerfing its channel duration or range, while also ensuring it's still appropriately powerful. Okay, and then they're bringing back your ability to teleport to wards and minions early. Home guard will kick in at the beginning of the game, so that's cool. Yeah, so this is a big change, and I'm super apprehensive on it. I love teleport. I've been using teleport religiously in pretty much every lane. So between this change and the Nexus turrets respawning, a pretty fundamental aspect of my gameplay will be changed or erased. But we'll see. We can make it work. We'll come up with something. But yeah, overall, so far, at least on paper, I am not a fan of this change. This looks pretty cringe. And I'll tell you why. Mainly it's because the fact that you will be visually travel across the map. So rest in peace to all your sneaky flanks or sneaky backdoors, or when you're teleporting to a ward behind an enemy team and you make a game-winning flank. Yeah, rest in peace. You're not going to do that anymore, because guess what? You're going to be slowly flying across the map on vision like a buffoon, and they're going to have all the time in the world to react to you being there. So this is a huge L for teleport enjoyers. Massive nerf. Very sad to see this. Lane minions. Okay, we're changing minions a little bit. What's happening here? That's optimal plays. Simply waiting to get towered over on the third wave while hiding under tower. First up, minion waves will now clear each other out more quickly. Interesting. A small decrease in early game HP and a significant increase in damage will make the minions die faster, so that the minion wave that reaches the turret will be smaller. Interesting. We're maintaining the health of the total minions at around the 6-minute mark, as this is when some champions start to unlock one spell destruction of caster minions. About 10% of Summoner Rift games reach the 38-minute mark. Wow. How crazy is it that I'm in 10% of those games? Like, I'm 100% of all this 10% is me. So having minions scale beyond that point, mostly in terms of health, ensures that they're still able to tank. So you can push base. Interesting. So I don't really know. This change, I'll be honest, the minion wave change, I'm just going to have to see it, I guess. I don't really know what this is going to be about. It's going to be different for sure. I imagine your trades are going to be different in the minion wave. It's going to feel different if you're getting zoned off the wave, like how many minions are going to get to you under tower, how well you can farm under tower. That's all going to change. So yeah, looks like it'll be harder to dive even early. So big changes there, but I just don't have strong feelings about minions. I'll figure it out. Miscellaneous rules. Minion XP range. Ooh, nice. It's up 100. Cool. Love that. Minion turret and minion champion damage up 5%. Okay. Ambient gold start time. Functionally, everyone has 20.4 more gold. Thanks. / I didn't ask. Okay, Riot. Turrets. So we're increasing the PvP power of turrets, raising their max damage when heated up. Okay, increasing the duration they can remain in that state, making them protect allied champions more strongly in tower dive scenarios. We're softening turret fortification, the buff that makes top and mid turrets take less damage. Even if top and mid laners can't tower dive their opponents as easily, we'd like them to still be able to strike down turrets and farm the plates. So heat amp damage, we're going from 40 per stack to 220% max damage to 50 per stack, 250% max damage. So that is a 30% increase in max damage. So yeah, if you've been taking turrets, you will get deleted. This is a big enough change that you are going to be caught off guard by this. If you're someone who, reliably takes 2 or 3 turret shots and then tries to live, nah, you ain't going to be doing that anymore. Heat duration 5 seconds, up from 3. Okay, wow. So yeah, turret diving is just going to be insanely different. People are going to be totally caught off guard by these changes. Fortification damage reduction down by 35. Okay, so AD Gwen is back. They gutted AD Gwen in teleport and in Nexus turret changes, but in fortification damage, boom, we're back. So that's cool. Champion bounties. What's going on here? So players can more easily understand how champions got to their bounties. We'll no longer be ignoring the first minus 50 gold and negative bounty stage, which means that 01 and 02 champions will tend to be worth less gold than before. So we're also slowing the rate at which kills, deaths, and assists affect base kill gold. I don't know what this means. So negative bounties no longer ignores the first minus 50. Okay. I don't know. We'll just have to see what this means. Kill assist gold per 1 negative bounty. 4 to 5. Okay. Don't care about this, I'll be honest. Swift play. Swift play is coming. Don't care about this. Yeah. It's focused on letting all 10 players experience their champion's fantasy within a game of League with the same skill test, but doesn't punish early game disadvantages nearly as hard. So my initial reaction to this is just a noob trap. It's just a noob trap is what this is. So this is just going to be people that struggle at Summoner's Rift and don't have any fundamentals. They're going to prefer to play this now. And they're never going to improve at the game. So don't like this. This is a huge noob trap. But if you're a noob or a casual player, this could be fun. But I'm not. So yeah. I don't know about this. This won't be good for learning. This won't be good for community learning, I don't think. Season ranked, season 1. Summoner's Rift ranked, season 1. Apex Duo MMR restriction will be temporarily disabled. Cool. So very high rank people can play together. Seasonal ranked reward tracker has been sunset. Really? So ranked Victoria skins require 15 ranked wins. What? Wow. Okay, so that's insane. Okay, so they're making it way easier to unlock the Victorious Chromas. Whether you're in bronze or silver, they had this thing with the split points. It was like 12. First it was 1,600 split points, then it was 1,200 split points. I grinded for both of those because I wasn't gold at the time. And it was tough. I mean, I had to spend a lot of time doing it. So this is just making the Victoria skins like anybody can get them. 15 wins in a combined solo duo or flex. That's so easy, guys. If you have any friends at all that play this game, you just queue up 15 wins. So yeah, they're making the Victoria skins easier and easier to get, which is a good thing, I guess. It also makes them less kind of it devalues the ones that we've already gotten. But oh well. Yeah, so that's fine, I guess. Shard transfer service will be temporarily disabled. Uh, don't care. Same as every season, players will be reset with season 1. Okay, this will be the only reset for the whole of 2025. So we're going to have the entire year to grind ranked. Interesting. Okay, so let's check out champion adjustments. Passive adjusted. Q damage and attack speed increased. We got 2 goals for Ashe. First, we'd like to reduce the extreme high power she has in early levels. A combination of one of the highest functional level 1 attack damages in the game. And permanently slowing her targets. Yep, where a single mistake makes she runs you down, kills you. Yep, that happens. Second, we'd like if Frost Shot was always a benefit instead of sometimes a hindrance. Even with 100% crit chance, Ashe would never get any bonus damage from her passive, since it only applied if they were already slowed. Volley changes are simple. Weaker level 1, stronger level 5. Okay, let's look. We got damage on passive Frost Shot has gone down, taking 15% off of it. Okay. Cool. Ranger's Focus. Q. Just a nerf here. They're just taking 5% off. W. Volley. They're... Whoa. Wait, am I reading this right? What? Holy cow, they're increasing the base damage on Volley by a ton. Late. Like, look at this. It's 80 at max rank, and now it's going to 200. Is that right? Is that a typo? So, wow, guys. You know what that means. That means that AP Ashe is... This is a huge buff for her. Because your only damaging ability outside of R is your W, which has no AP scaling. So you're relying on its base scaling, which is now being increased by 120 damage at rank 5. So huge win for AP Ashe enjoyers. Crazy. Ooh, Callista. Let's talk Callista. Okay, dashes are now more resilient to slows. Mana regeneration increased. Q damage and mana cost nerfed. E damage decreased early. So this looks good. We love Callista. We'd like to reduce some of her extreme high level 1 to 3 power, while also giving her something for Callista players to be excited about. Okay, we're reducing QE poke. Okay, on the buff side of things, we rebuilt Marshall's Poise, which from what I understand, the Callista enjoyers have informed me that this has been permanently bugged for a long time. So this might be big. Rebuilt the logic for Marshall Poise. Callista's dash speed calculation is a complicated beast. Factors in her attacks per second, bonus attack speed, dash distance, and movement speed modifiers. Okay. Those calculations now favor Callista in more situations. It partially ignores attack speed slows, doesn't put as much weight into movement speed slows, and now gets faster with bonus movement speed. The result is that her dashes are slightly slower in the very early game, slightly faster late game, and much faster when affected by high potency slows. We've also given her a bit of a late game mana regen to make her a little easier for novice Callistas. There are no novice Callistas, guys. there's not a single novice Callista on Earth. So I don't know. That changes for nobody, but okay, mana regen growth. Cool. Whatever. That actually might be big in top lane. Top lane tank build. I'll have more mana to harass. Dash calculation rebuilt. They just say trust us on this one. Okay, we're just gonna have to trust you. Okay, this is around an 8% buff on attack speed. Whoa. Slow influence has been halved. Wow. Wow. Multiplied by, this is typically close to 100%, but now it benefits from bonus movement speed and is more resilient to slows. Dash animation. Restored Callista's dash animation when basic attacking. Restored it? Was it gone? Cool. I don't know. This is a big change for Callista. This is cool. Let's see. Q Pierce. What do we got? Okay, they're taking 10 off of it. Late. 10 at max rank. This doesn't matter. Mana costs going up just a little bit. Rend. So what's going on here? Knocking off 5% of AD, knocking off a couple damage per level. So yeah, Ren's gonna be a little weaker, but I think this is gonna be a big buff for Callista. W slow amount increased. Okay. Don't care. Cool. Varus. Base mana decreased. Q mana cost decreased. W damage increased. E mana cost decreased. Okay, so what are they trying to do here? They're knocking down his mana. They're knocking down the Q cost. The on-hit damage is going down a little bit early, up a little bit late. Hail of Arrows mana cost going up. Yeah. I don't know about this change. I don't know what it's going to do. Doesn't look like much to me. Items. Bloodletter's Curse. What the heck is this? AP Bruiser's Lackey Pen Shred. Pen or Shred item. Okay. So what does it do? It's 2900. It's Haunting Guise, Fiendish Codex, 60 ability power, 350 health, 15 ability haste. Vile Decay, dealing magic damage with abilities or passives to champions, reduces their magic resistance by 5 for 6 seconds. Up to 30. Cool. Sounds like it's going to be really broken on some characters. That sounds like, I can imagine Teemo and others, Lilia and stuff, they're going to abuse the shnikes out of this. This is going to be really, really overpowered on some characters. They're probably going to have to remove this or nerf it or something pretty much immediately, I think. Yeah, that's going to be really, really strong. What are they saying here? It's expected that some non-bruisers, such as Brand, will also like this item. Oh, really? You think? You think some champs that aren't bruisers are going to like it? Yeah, that's crazy. Who could have thought? Yeah, I'm going to try building this on Briar, because it says it enhances... Oh, dealing magic damage. Never mind. It could still be good, though. Yeah. Interesting. Heartsteel, what's up with this? We're introducing its synergy with kit-driven health. to be nicer on champions like Scion. Okay, so huge buff for Scion. Huge buff for Mundo, I imagine. Bonus health to maximum health. Yeah, that's interesting. That you might want to. It doesn't look like much, but this is probably a huge change. They might need to revert that or tweak it or something. Unending Despair. Dual Resist allow these champion to keep buying health while the reduced base value but overall higher health per second allows Anguish to strongly serve champions with large health. So, what's going on? Oh, they're giving it magic resist. They're hitting its armor, giving it magic resist. Yeah. Deals 30 to 50 plus 3% bonus to enemies. Okay, so it was every 5. Now it's going to go every 4. And it's going to be... So this is just like an overall just buff to this item. This is just good. Okay, Warmogs. Being shifted to a clear HP capstone item. Okay. It's increased threshold for activating Warmogs. Nice. Thank God. Okay, so their requirements are going to be 1,500 to 2,000. Awesome. And they're taking away the movement speed. Great. So yeah, this is a huge nerf to the support tank abusers that would just rush this first item. Rest in peace, schmucks. Yeah, back to what it's supposed to be, which is just a huge tank 4th item or 3rd item. So that's good. And hopefully Mundo won't build it first anymore, because these poor Mundo players were building this first and I was just destroying them every time. So maybe they'll build a real item now. That's good. Runes. The following have been removed: Ghost Portal, Zombie Ward, Eyeball Collection, Nullifying Orb. Not Nullifying Orb. No, it's the only one I liked in this. Dang it. I barely use it, but I did like it. Okay, what do we got? We got Deep Ward. Deep Ward now. Stealth wards placed in enemy jungle are considered deep. And after level 11, stealth wards placed in the river are considered deep as well. Deep wards gain 1 extra health and plus 30 to 45 second duration. Whoa. Okay, that's cool for backdooring. That is nice for backdooring. Sixth Sense automatically ping untracked and unseen wards within... Oh my god, that's insane. What? Okay, so every support and jungle is going to take 6 cents every game. This is a non-option. You have to take this now. You are trolling if you don't, so that's not good for the game health, but whatever. Grizzly Mementos. For each champion takedown, gain 4 Trinket Ability Haste. Huh? Up to a max of 50. Trinket Ability Haste. Interesting. This could be good, because I do a lot of ward hopping on Briar, so this would actually help ward hop more. That's cool. And then this one I'm excited for. Axiom, Axiom, I think they meant to say Arcanist. Your ultimate's ability damage, healing, and or shielding is increased by 14%. Damn. Takedowns on enemy champions refund 7% of your ultimate's ability current. What? Holy smoke. This is going to be a busted rune. I don't know. There's going to be so many champions that abuse this. But I'm looking forward to it. Frequent Flyer Briar is going to pop off with this. Okay, ARAM. We don't care about ARAM. I'm not going to read that. Mythic Shop. We don't care about Mythic Shop. Bug fixes. What's going on here? Annie's Q. Now Annie's Q will refund the mana cost and half the cooldown, even if the target dies while the projectile... Oh, okay, so quality of life there. Grab your friends and hop into multiplayer practice tool. Boom. Can support up to 10 players. This is huge. This is the biggest change of the entire patch. So everything else we read, meh. This is the biggest one. Why? Because now you can actually practice the game. You can practice combos. You can practice complex mechanics with friends in a safe environment where you're not trolling the enemies or trolling your elo. So this is huge. Anybody that's like serious about playing the game and like serious about like learning, this is the biggest change in the whole patch. Improved league client load time. Yeah, right. Client's still gonna be trash. Don't believe him. Updated the patch number displayed in the bottom right. Blah blah blah. New season option. Show the old number. Okay, whatever. Whatever. Okay, bug fixes. Fixed a bug that caused Rengar's E to count as 2 spells for effects like Eclipse. Oh. Well, that was a troll bug. Haha, fixed a bug that caused Shaco's W to proc Malignance. Thank God. What was that? Why was that even in the game? Fixed a bug that caused Master Yi to be able to be slowed by Victor W? What? I didn't know that was a thing. Callista's passive dash. Okay, is bug fixed. Huge for Callista players. Fixed a bug that caused Gangplank's Q and E abilities to not properly interact with Spear Shojin. Oh no. Keep that bug in. Yikes. Fixed a bug that caused Tristana's W to refresh its cooldown upon killing a clone. Warwick passive to be effective before putting a point in the ability. Okay. You're telling me Warwick enjoyers were just out there getting W before they leveled it? Oh my god. Okay. Fixed a bug that caused multiple clipping issues. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares? Who cares? VFX. Fixed a bug that caused pets to be unable to properly proc Spear Shojin and Malignance. Ooh, huge. Okay, so AP York, a massive buff for AP York, and a massive buff for York in general. That is huge. Okay. Fix a bug that caused skill shots to reveal the caster to enemies. Huh. I don't know about that one. Fixed caused dragon to. Okay, nothing cool there. Fixed a bug. Whatever. Fixed a bug where Chrono Break being off cooldown caused severe frame rate drop while using Paragon Chroma. Okay. I guess Echo players were just not living in their best life with that one. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's the patch. We got some cool skins. Ooh. Ooh, these look really cool. I only play Renata out of all these champs, but yeah. All right, guys, there you have it. So that's the new patch. If anybody watched this, thanks for tuning in, listening to my thoughts, and yeah, let's see how this new season goes. Over and out. Peace.